Hello everyone and welcome to Geopolitical Trends where truth matters. Is Europe about to collapse from within? Europe, once the bedrock of global economic stability, is currently navigating turbulent waters. The convergence of several significant challenges has analysts predicting now a bleak economic future for the old continent, with its economy growing by a mere 4% this decade compared to the US of 8%, and stagnation setting in since late 2022. Europe's economic outlook appears increasingly precarious. Well, compounding this situation is the loss of access to cheap energy from Russia, a surge in low-cost import from China, which, by the way, European citizens enjoy tremendously, and of course the potential return of Donald Trump to the White House. The latter has signaled intentions to impose hefty tariffs on European exports. In this analysis, I explore these multifaceted issues, examining their implications and potential solutions. Let's start with the energy crisis in Europe and the ramifications. Europe's energy crisis, precipitated by the geopolitical fallout from the Russia-Ukraine conflict, is at the heart of its economic troubles. Historically, reliant on Russia for affordable natural gas and oil, Europe's energy infrastructure was severely disrupted as sanctions and counter-sanctions took effect. The resulting spike in energy prices has strained households and industries alike, leading to increased production costs and diminished disposable income for consumers. I address two main aspects of these ramifications. One is the economic impact. The immediate economic impact has been significant. Energy-intensive industries such as manufacturing and chemical have seen their costs skyrocket, leading to reduced competitiveness on the global stage. As energy prices remain volatile, the uncertainty hampers long-term investment decisions, further stifling growth. For example, French and US multinational Michelin and Goodyear are closing 4 factories in Germany, citing high energy prices and intense competition from abroad. The rapid deterioration of the market outlook in Germany has led to Goodyear shutting 2 plants, one in Brandenburg and the other one in Hesse. A total of 1,800 jobs were lost. In his September 23 article, David McHugh argued that for most of this century, Germany racked up one economic success after another, dominating global markets for high-end products like luxury cars and industrial machinery, selling so much to the rest of the world that half the economy ran on exports. Jobs were plentiful, the government's financial coffers grew as other European countries drowned in debt. And books were written about what other countries could learn from Germany. No longer the case. Now Germany is the world's worst performing major developed economy, with both the International Monetary Fund and the European Union expecting it to shrink this year. It follows Russia's military operations in Ukraine and the loss of Moscow's cheap natural gas, an unprecedented shock to Germany's energy-intensive industries along the manufacturing powerhouse of Europe. Number 2, social strain. The energy crisis has also exacerbated social tensions. Higher utility bills and fuel prices have increased the cost of living, leading to widespread discontent. Protests and strikes have become more frequent as citizens demand government interventions to mitigate the financial burden. So Germany, France, the UK are a case in point. Then comes cheap Chinese import, a double-edged sword according to some analysts in Europe. While European consumers are benefiting from an influx of inexpensive goods from China, the long-term effect on local industries are troubling, according to this analyst. European Parliament argues that the surge of Chinese import poses a direct threat to European manufacturers who struggle to compete with China's lower production costs and economies of scale. Yet, no one is forcing Europe to buy from China. Europe can have it both ways. The first thing we need to look at is industrial decline. European manufacturers, particularly small and medium-sized enterprises, face an existential threat from cheap import. Unable to match the prices of Chinese goods, many are forced to downsize or shut down operations, leading to job losses and further economic decline. Yet, what policymakers in Europe are not telling the citizens is that it was their ill-conceived economic policies in the form of sanctions on Russia that led to the outcome they are currently experiencing. So, blaming China is not the right strategy in my opinion. Number 2, social consequences. The industrial decline fuels the social strife as unemployment rises, particularly in regions heavily dependent on manufacturing. These economic displacements can lead to increased inequality and social unrest, undermining the social fabric of affected communities. What about geopolitical uncertainty? This one has to do with the Trump factor. The potential return of Donald Trump to the White House introduces another layer of uncertainty. Trump's protectionist policies, particularly his propensity for imposing tariffs, could severely impact European exports. During his previous tenure, Trump imposed tariffs on various goods, leading to trade tensions that disrupted global supply chains. Among these elements, one is economic impact. Should Trump resume his protectionist agenda, European industries reliant on exports to the US would suffer. Industries such as automotive, aerospace, and agriculture could see significant decline in revenue, exacerbating the existing economic challenges. Number 2, strategic realignment. In response to such a scenario, Europe might seek to diversify its trade partnership, pivoting towards other markets. However, this strategic realignment will take time and investment, further straining already stretched resources. Navigating the crisis, potential solutions, while the challenges are formidable, there are potential strategies out there that Europe can adopt to mitigate this impact and revive its economy. I'm going to share 3 with you. 1, energy diversification. To address the energy crisis, Europe must accelerate its transition to either renewable energy sources, investments in solar, wind, and hydroelectric power, along with advancements in energy storage technologies. All this can reduce dependence on external energy supplies and stabilize prices. Number 2, industrial policy reform. Supporting local industries through subsidies, innovations, incentives, and infrastructure improvements can help European manufacturers compete globally. Policies aimed at enhancing automation can increase productivity and reduce costs. Number 3, trade diversification. Expanding trade relations beyond the traditional partners can buffer against geopolitical shocks. Strengthening ties with emerging markets in Africa, Asia, and Latin America can open new avenues for growth and reduce dependency on a single market. But let us be honest, Europe and the collective West can be trusted. It is my conclusion for you because I want to keep this short and concise. Europe's economic challenges are multifaceted and significant, with energy dependency, cheap imports from China, and potential geopolitical shifts all playing critical roles. However, with the strategic investments and independent foreign and economic policies, Europe can navigate these turbulent times. The road to recovery will require Europe to do the following. 1. Break free from the dominance of the United States. 2. Coordinate efforts across all levels of government and industry. And 3. Resume imports of cheap energy from Russia. As Europe confronts these challenges, the actions taken today will determine the old continent's economic trajectory for decades to come. If you like this video, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. As always, remember, geopolitics impact your daily life in more ways than one. Thank you.